Hello everyone. It's time for another daily dose of fiber. Monday I showed you how to do, hi Jim, I showed you how to do short rows on a garter stitch swatch. Hey Sandy. Today I'm going to show you how to do short rows on a stocking stitch swatch. Hey Parker. Hi Lisa. And I'm going to do the wrap and turn method on this swatch, and then I have another swatch that I'm going to show you the Japanese method. So I've got a lot to show you today, so let's get going. Now, short rows are used in adding shape to an item. And what it basically is you just work to a point, you turn, and go back to where you started, and then keep going back and forth like that. Yeah. I'm going to show you the wrap and turn like I showed you on Monday, but this one's going to be on the stocking stitch pattern, or swatch rather. So you knit to the point where you want to turn. Hi Terry. I don't have a specific place where I want to turn, but do a few more stitches here. Okay, so for a wrap and turn, you bring the yarn to the front like that, slip the needle, stitch off the needle, take the yarn to the back, and you want to do this kind of loosely. You don't want it to be too tight because you're going to have to pick up that wrap when you come back. Slip the stitch back to your needle and then turn. Now you're going to purl back to where you started from. Then I'm going to do this a few more times so you can see the shape that it adds. And this is a really neat method. This one, the wraps, once you pick them up, are a little bit noticeable, but not too bad. And I did a garter stitch on the edge here. Not that I needed to, but okay, you can see right here where the wrap is. This is the stitch that's wrapped right here. You see that? Now I'm going to do another one maybe about right here. Sorry. And Parker, you were asking yesterday why crochet took so much more yarn. Hey Jen, in a knit stitch, all you're doing is just wrapping the yarn over, and boom, that's it. That's all there is to the knit stitch, unless you're doing like a bobble or something else that requires more. But it's I'm showing another method of short rows. Actually, I'm showing the same method as I showed on Monday, but I'm doing on a yeah, but I'm doing it on a stocking stitch swatch, and then I'm going to show how to do the Japanese method. Oh, crochet is much faster, much faster. That's why if I have something that I want to do in a hurry, then I'm going to crochet. Okay, so I wrapped and turned. Did I? Yeah, I wrapped and turned, and I'm headed back to where I started from. And then on the next pass, I'm going to pick up the wraps. And you'll be able to see better on the stocking stitch swatch. Boy, say that 3 times fast. What it looks like. because it's a little bit, yeah. Yes, exactly. Okay, so you see the two wraps here? There's a wrap here and a wrap here. So now on this, and you can see how it's sort of shaped. It's no longer straight. You've got the diagonal working there. So I'm going to pick up the wraps on this pass, and then on the next swatch I'm going to show you how to do the Japanese short rows. All right, I knit up to the wrap stitch. What word? What that I said? Okay, now the next, oh, amigurumis, yeah. Okay, now here, I'm going to see if I can, okay, you slip the stitch that's wrapped to the right needle. You slip your needle, the left needle, under the wrap like that, and then slip both so that both stitches are on the left needle. And then you knit those two together, like so. See? And now the wrap is gone. You don't see it. And then you knit up to the next one. Knit up to the next wrap. Make sure you don't pass it. Now, if you were to just knit past this, there would be a little bit of a gap right here, and you'd see this little wrapped stitch. Now, if you want that, if you want to call it a design, a part of the design, you're more than welcome to do that. But this is closing up a wrap. Okay, so I moved the stitch that was wrapped to my right needle. Take your left needle and slip it up underneath the wrap. Yeah, and then go up underneath and knit those two stitches together. See that? And then when I go back and purl, you shouldn't be able to see too much of the wrap. Oops, come on now. Be good. Okay. A little bit more yarn here. Okay. And for the Japanese short rows, you're going to need either locking stitch markers, safety pins, bobby pins, just something that you can mark and hold. You would use this stitch, you could use it for a heel and a sock. You can, I made a scarf with this stitch. It can be used for shaping the bust line in a sweater. Lots of different things. Lots of different things. Shaping armholes. All right, now when I turn this around, you shouldn't be able to see too much. Yeah, I've actually designed a shawl with the short rows. Okay, now this is cotton yarn, so it's not going to lay as nice as some natural as some like wool yarns. But you can see right here and right here where I did the wraps. But they're not that obvious. They're not that obvious. I mean, you can see them, but it's not that bad. It is. It is. It really is. Okay, so that was the just the regular wrap and turn method. Now I'm going to show you the Japanese method. And I've got my yarn all ready. And I've got a couple of locking stitch markers here that I'm going to need. And this is my first time doing this. I know I should have practiced beforehand, but I watched the tutorial, so I'm hoping I do it right. So if this doesn't work, then I'll blame it on the fact that you haven't seen it before. Then it's a new one for the both of us then. Okay. Knit up to the point where you want to do this, do the stitch. I'll do it right here. One more. Okay, now's the point where I'm going to turn. I'm not going to wrap the next stitch. I just turn it, and then for this yarn, this is where I put my locking stitch marker on. Just put it on the yarn like that, so that the marker is hanging from the yarn like that. Okay. It's a little bit more involved, but supposedly this method makes a less obvious short row. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of just going to right away to purl, I'm going to slip that stitch and then start purling the rest of the stitches. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I purl back to the beginning. And I hope this turns out. I hope it turns out. Okay. I'm just doing a garter stitch edge here. I know I don't have to because it's not really for anything. Okay, loosen up some more yarn. And now I'll do one maybe about right here. So knit 3, 6, 7, 8 on it. Yeah, that's true. You won't. But I did it right. So I'll knit 7 stitches. 2, 3, 4. Come on, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 8, 7, 8. Yep. Okay. Now I will, like I said, I'm not gonna wrap the stitch. I'm just going to turn my work and then add another stitch marker, locking stitch marker. And if you don't have any locking stitch markers, you can just slip a bobby pin over the top of the yarn, or get a safety pin. But this, I've got some locking stitch markers. Okay, just slip this stitch onto the next needle, onto the right side needle, and then from this point on, purl back to the beginning. And then on the next pass, I'm going to pick up that yarn. Okay, so this is the Japanese method. Okay, what you'll notice when I did this is that there's a gap here. You see this gap? There's a gap here and a gap here. You really don't want that gap, because if you were to just go straight across, yes, now comes the magic. If you were to just go straight across, you would leave a hole there. And if you want that to be a design element, that's fine. But most of the time, you're not going to want that to happen. So, but you can see how it started to go on the diagonal here. Okay, now I'm nervous. Now comes the magic. All right. Let's go to the stitch. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, you see this little bit of yarn here that this is on? You've got that loop there created. Slip your needle underneath the loop. Make sure you don't twist it. Take off your locking stitch marker or bobby pin or whatever you have, and then just knit these next two together. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay? You get that? I'll knit to the next one. And then I've got the locking stitch marker right here. Give that just a little bit of a tug like that. Give a little bit of a tug. Slip your needle up underneath that like so. Take the stitch marker off. See, so you've got 2 stitches on your needle now. Knit those 2 together like so, and then knit the rest of the way, and then I'm going to purl across when I finish, and then when I'm done purling, I'll show you what the right side looks like and compare it to the wrap and turn method. That's the first time I've done that, guys. That's the first time I've done it, so yay. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. This is pretty exciting. Okay, and then purl across, purl across. If it hadn't worked, that'd have been okay. These things happen. But I like learning right along with you guys, you know. That's the thing I love about doing these tutorials. I learn a bunch of things, and it's a lot of fun. It's like with my Wine Wednesdays, which is today. I learn a lot about the wine that I teach you guys about. Oops. Finish these 2 stitches. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Okay, now, are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Look at that. Almost non-existent. Almost non-existent. Yeah, look at that. And you can see how this one, it's more noticeable. You can see like right here and right there. Yeah, with cotton. And this is the Japanese method. Almost imperceivable. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? I like that. I learned something new today, so woohoo! Now tomorrow I'll show you yet another method for doing short rows. I'll show you the yarn over method. And I'll keep these and work on them again so that I'll show you all 3 together. So that's it for today. And like I said earlier, it is Wine Wednesday, and today's wine is Peachy Canyon Incredible Red Zinfandel. Yeah, no kidding. So hopefully you guys can join me at 5:30 Eastern Time, which is about 3 hours from now, a little more than 3 hours from now. So thank you so much for joining me today and learning how to do Japanese short rows. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another Daily Dose of Fiber. I understand. So thanks, everybody, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.